So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. Stupid. I'm scared of this thing. Please move it. I hear you one Martha here. So, man, it's been a while since I watched this movie, but it was it's still as good as it was when it first came out. Too bad that not many people went to see it, but I think it kind of made up for it in home media. Back when home media was important and helped out. Nowadays, it doesn't really help out the making of the movie. Now we have all those digital purchases that help out more often. And what movie am I talking about? Iron Giant. It's a movie that came out in 1995, and it did have. I haven't read the book yet, but it was originally a book. So this movie takes place during the 1950s, during the Cold War, back when America was afraid of Russia hitting us with a nuclear bomb. So, and this movie is about a big robot who most likely came from outer space and landed on our planet. And learns to be good from a little kid named Hogarth. And they're joined voiced by Vin Diesel. We have a cameo. Ollie Thompson and Ollie Johnson and Frank Thompson, or animators at Disney from Old Men, or the 9 Old Men. They live like one of the longest ones, and they show up in this movie for a cameo, and they also show up in Incredibles. They are the ones who work or control the trains in this movie. So yeah, they only each of them both get like a line, but I find it at their age, which they would have been around like in their 90s, this also is animated by, directed by Frank Bird, who also directed both Incredibles and Ratatouille. I don't think they show. I'm pretty sure both of them are dead by the time Ratatouille comes around. So, but yeah, I found it cool that later on I found out both these guys were in here. But this movie takes place during the Cold War. That's why why the government can't and the general are like so afraid of what the giant can bring. But Hogarth is mostly able to like give him reason to and be like. And like try to teach him not to be what he was designed to be, and teach him that being a hero is good. Dean is pretty much, I would say, he is a father figure, but a best friend, but also tries to protect Hogarth. The way Kent represents what the government is, but he's also a coward and easy to trick, because Hogarth's able to trick him twice. Once with when he trades him the ice cream and puts things that make it look like chocolate, but it's actually going to make him poop a lot. And second time where he puts pillows in his bed and he wakes up and finds out that Hogarth was not in the bed after all. But he also tricked him by making him think that, by saying that since his mom's not exactly always be able to be there for him because she has to work a lot in order to raise him at the diner, she's not always able to have like babysitters. So it's like they take Hogarth away from her, make it look like the electrical parent. And I do find a lot of this stuff in this movie funny. Like all the times that bad things happen to Kent, like his car gets chewed up, and all the parts around the city we see trees get bit, cars get bit. And I do like the scene where the deer, how Hogarth helps the giant understand death with the deer, because he said you can't really he says death's part of life, and everything dies. Kind of a bit foreshadowing, but there. And even that little part where they show the duck and cover movies, which were a real thing, those things actually existed, was also a bit of a foreshadow what happens later on with the nuclear bomb that gets launched there, that ends up blowing him up, the Iron Giant. Now, let's get a little bit on cast and how they animated the Iron Giant here, because in case you haven't noticed, the animation on the Iron Giant is a little bit different than the rest of the characters. Now they're 2D 100%, but the Iron Giant, he's a 3D computer animation character, but they traced him around to make it look like he's 2D. That's why he looks a little bit different from them. And I find that pretty cool. That's how they do a lot of other things. But he's a very early version of 3D animation of that. So yeah. And the actors in here, Vin Diesel voices the Iron Giant. We also got Jefferson Anderson playing Hogarth's mom. Kent Mansley, voiced by Crystal Douglas. Harry McDuckley Jr. is voiced by Dean McCausland, and Hogarth's voiced by Ellen Marcelin. So yeah. So I give this movie probably a 9 out of 10. I really wish that it made more money. Let me tell you how much money it made actually, because I know it didn't make that much money. And right now you can watch this on Disney. Watch this on YouTube for free. It should be on Max, but no, we know how they feel about 2D animation now. Let's see. So they don't want it because who's in charge, and how Warner Brothers might be bought by Sony. So let's see. So the budget on here was 48 million to 50 million, but the box office is only 31.7 million. Yeah, I knew that didn't make very well. So yeah, yeah, it takes place during 1957. Which, would I be right that when I was watching this, I said they showed the president in here? Does that mean I was right that it was Ike, that it was Eisenhower as president? So yeah. So you guys, I'm probably gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. I'm not sure how faithful this is to the book, which is written by Tim, who's but well, I'll read it one day. But I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And remember, Superman! Bye-bye!